This is Nigerian meat pie, a work of art, crafted by a professional, and if you stick around, I will teach you completely how you can make yours in 3 different ways. And at the end, you would achieve a full, moist, and good-looking meat pie. First, I appreciate you and I'll be glad to know you. So drop a comment for me so that I can give you a shout out in my next video. Thank you. Let's begin. We are using all-purpose flour, minced meat. You can get a canned minced meat or a deboned beef from the market and grind it yourself. We're also using salted butter or margarine. We have thickener, that's a combination of water and flour. Moving on to our egg, this is for washing the pies. You are going to see how I'm going to use it. I'm using black pepper here. You can use Scotch bonnet if you like. Then I have my baking powder, thyme, and seasoning. I also have cooking oil, diced onions, diced carrot, and Irish potato. This recipe is divided into 2 sections. First, we'll prepare our filling, then we'll move ahead to prepare our dough. With the gas on, put the pan on fire and pour some oil. This does not require much oil at all. Once it's hot, pour your diced onions and mix lightly. Allow the onions to fry and bring forth its aroma before adding your minced meat. Immediately after adding it, make sure it is well mixed before proceeding to add your seasoning. I started by adding thyme, pepper, and a seasoning cube. No need to add salt because the butter is salted and we also want to achieve a neutral taste. So be careful with the seasoning. The filling taste shouldn't be sharp. After that, add your diced Irish potato. Mix and also add your diced carrots. Give it another mix before adding a little water to allow the meat and potato to cook. After about 3 to 5 minutes, add your thickener and mix again. Adding thickener will allow the filling to form. Just wait till you see the outcome. And after a minute, put it down and allow it to cool off. Moving on to the second section. In a bowl, add your salt, baking powder, and mix. Go ahead to add your butter and mix with your fingertips, just like the way you are seeing in the video. Once you are able to mold it like this, you should know that the measurement is perfect. Then add water bit by bit and mix. This is one of the tips for a beginner. Do not pour your water at once. It is best not to have enough water than to have excess water in your dough. So add it bit by bit until you have a perfect texture that is not sticking to your palm. Continue molding until you can feel the smoothness of the dough. Here, I realized the paint on my table is sticking to my dough, so I transferred it back to the bowl. I forgot for a second that I'm not supposed to place the dough directly on my table, so I used line-on instead. So flatten your dough with a rolling stick or a round bottle. We are using a meat pie cutter, but if you don't have one, use a rounded object to cut and a fork to flatten its edges. Fill your dough and cut with the meat pie cutter. You can see how nice the filling is looking. In that order, continue creating your magic. And this is the moment we have been waiting for. So break your egg, mix, and set aside. I got 6 big and 1 small meat pie from the measurement. Ensure you check the video description for the measurements. Now make a hole with a fork on the meat pie to decorate, but most importantly, the filling can also bake from within and it can last longer if you don't eat all in a day. Go ahead to wash your pies with the egg. You're supposed to use a kitchen brush. I did not see mine, so I used a spoon instead. After that, I divided the meat pies into sections. One part went to the normal oven, which baked for about 40 minutes. The other went straight to the air fryer, which was also 40 minutes. And the last one, I was supposed to bake with my stove. What I did was, I preheated the pot on the fire for about 5 minutes, and I set a little melter in the middle. Then I placed the meat pie pan on it and covered to bake. After 40 minutes, the ones in the air fryer were looking set and nice, same as the one in the oven. But the one on the stove couldn't accomplish its set goals because my gas finished. And at the time I was recording this video, I couldn't rush out to fill it. But trust me, the stove will have baked the pies perfectly. So I transferred it into the oven and baked it, and voila, this was the outcome, looking so beautiful and nice. If you find this video amazing, please give your girl a thumbs up and do not forget to hit the subscription button. It encourages me to do more video. Also, do not forget to drop a comment for me so that I can give you a shout out in my next video. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.